Alright, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's motovlog is going to be about some people, specifically YouTubers in the YouTube community, and why I got into it. Let's see. I'm 24 years old. That means I was born in 1992. So I'm a 90s baby, and I know from my demographic, from my YouTube information that YouTube sends me, most of you guys are between the ages of 23 and 28. So you guys are like 80s, 90s, it's right on the cusp. You know, of course, I don't want to offend you. Yeah, you're an 80s person, cool, you grew up in the 80s. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, hey, you know, that's kind of the time that I grew up. And, you know, some of the shows that I ended up watching are going to be like the same shows that you were watching when you were a kid. And some of the stuff, you know, I was exposed to. Like, I grew up learning the internet, learning how to use computers, and learning and seeing technology changes at a rate that no one else on this planet has seen. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the difference was like, you know, the Renaissance era. It's like the equivalent. But still, the amount of information that we're able to receive and able to digest and able to sift through on a daily basis is, you know, it's way more than anyone could have expected, you know, 20 years ago. And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about, and we're just lucky to be a part of. And, you know, we're exposed to so much stuff. We're exposed to so many awesome things, so many awesome opportunities, and we're also exposed to people who are just poisonous. You know what I mean? You know, people who use this technology that we have. They use technology to spread misinformation and to spread hate and negativity. And, you know, I'm a relatively positive person. Growing up, I wasn't so positive, but now I am. I see that, you know, the world has the potential to be a good place as long as there are good people. As long as there are good people who, you know, are willing to do their job to make a difference. I just realized I didn't put my phone right there. As long as there are people who are willing to make a difference, you know, the world, it can be a better place, you know. But as, you know, as I was growing up, I saw all these people making a difference. I saw people creating. I saw, you know, I saw people start their own thing, like completely from nothing. And one of the big influences for me was Rooster Teeth Productions. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but they were a company that started up in the early 2000s, the late 90s, actually the early 2000s, what am I saying? The early 2000s, where they started making like a web series called Red vs. Blue, based on a very popular video game at the time, which was Xbox. It was, you know, it was Halo. So what they did was they would record their video in the game of their characters just like doing random stuff, and they would voice over it, you know, and it was like this completely new thing, and it was funny, it was interesting, it was people doing their own thing, and I watched them right from the beginning. And, you know, I'd watch them occasionally over the years after that. I'd be like, oh, I wonder what Red vs. Blue is up to. And, you know, sure enough, they were rolling out different seasons. The production value was going up. You know, they started getting a network of people together. You know, they started really, you know, growing. And it was about two years ago when I started listening to podcasts. Like, I really, like, saw what Rooster Teeth Productions was up to, and they had grown to this massive company, like absolutely gigantic. And it's just because one dude and two of his buddies decided to say, hey, I think we can have fun recording these videos. and I think we can have fun making these videos, even if nobody watches them, even if we're the first people to do it. We should just do it because it's funny and we like to do it. And really, like, I thought of that same thing too, because I love video games. I wanted to do commentary when I was like in high school. Like, I wanted to do tips and tricks videos because I knew, like, okay, there's this thing called a capture card. Red versus Blue does it. Let me go ahead and, you know, do tips versus tricks videos on, you know, popular games. And sure enough, like, the whole Let's Play thing, the whole YouTube community grew up and, you know, started liking, you know, this whole idea of, hey, playing video games is a cool thing to do and is a cool thing to watch. People enjoy doing it, and it's a platform where you can really influence people's lives. And, you know, like, I missed that train. I missed it because I was afraid. I was like, you know, it's a lot of money. You know, I already have this computer. I already spent a lot of money into it. You know, I don't really need to do that. I'm not really that interesting. And the same thing happened with cars. It was like cars and guns, and it was just like me and my brothers were like, man, this is really cool. We love doing this, and we have cameras. You know, why not record stuff? Why not document it? And we tried it for a while. We were active on forums and stuff like that, and people really loved what we posted. But, you know, it just, like, it fizzled out because, you know, it's a lot of work. And, like, we did it, and one of my brother's earliest YouTube videos is like a Rust-Oleum paint job on one of our classic cars, and it's got, like, I think like 60,000 views right now, and it's like a 3-part series. Each one of them has like close to 100,000 views, and we weren't even serious about it. It was just like kind of like a response video, but we like ended up making these 3 videos, and we just like kind of forgot about them. And then, like, they're big. They're pretty big videos. I mean, the paint job's still holding up. The videos are, you know, they're still there. But yeah, we did that, and we kind of just forgot about it. And then I started watching all these moto vloggers, and I started watching, you know, I started seeing, like, hey, like, I want to get a motorcycle. Like, I started watching Snowcat before I got a motorcycle, and I started watching Baker X Derek before I got a motorcycle, because they're just like funny dudes. They're funny, they're entertaining, they make good content. Like, it's cool. They're cool guys, and, you know, I watched them even when I didn't have a motorcycle, and I watched them because they were funny, because they had a lot of life lessons to teach me. And, you know, I got a motorcycle, I got my CT90, and I was like, I want to make YouTube videos on this. And, you know, the CT90 project was, you know, that kind of fizzled out. That was a tough pill to swallow. But, you know, it was still a project that I put my heart into. I didn't do any videos on it, which is kind of sad. But I got the XT250, and I was like, all right, maybe I should really consider doing these YouTube videos and start creating. Because I love helping people. I love making things. Like, I'm a maker at heart, and you know, all the life lessons that I've learned, I think I have something to pass down on to you guys to brighten your guys' days. Like, even if it's just like if you should buy an XT250 or not, or what kind of GoPro you should get, or, you know, like, just random stuff, like little pieces of information that I learned that I wish I had learned before I started riding. Like, if I could pass that down to you guys, like, that'd be awesome. And when I got my XT250, I was still, like, thinking about it, and then it really hit me when I started watching a vlogger, just a normal vlogger called Casey Neistat, and he just showed me that if you really want to make it in this world, you have to get down and dirty. You have to do it yourself. If you want to do something, then do it. Because if you have a story to tell, it doesn't matter what equipment you use to tell it. Your storytelling is gonna make people want to watch. Like, it doesn't matter how good it looks or what you're doing. Like, as long as what you're saying is compelling and what you show the people is, you know, what is really in your heart. Like, he showed me that, and he built himself from the ground up, And, you know, I really respect people who do that. I really respect people who know what it means to work hard and know what it means to put in the days and, you know, work the long nights. And dude, like, you have to take a risk. And no matter how small that risk is, even if it's just buying a broken $100 GoPro and trying to fix it because you don't have $200 to spend or $400 to spend on a new GoPro, you buy the version from 5 years ago and you get a helmet and you get a microphone and you learn along the way. Like, you know, from my early videos, like, I didn't know crap about recording motovlogs. I didn't know crap about microphone choice, and I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying? It's still difficult for me, but, you know, I'm learning, and hopefully I can pass those lessons down to you. And, you know, there's a video that I watched about, I think 3 or 4 days ago, that's kind of prompting me to do this video. Was, you know, that company that I was talking about, Rooster Teeth? That company just did like a vlog, and it's like their owner, their CEO, you know, the company founder, he was like, all right guys, I'm gonna show you the company, I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes, and I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes. And he did that. He just took a camera and he was like, all right, this is a typical Monday at Rooster Teeth. And it was like, it was crazy. It was insane the amount of people that they have at the company. It was insane the amount of passion that everybody has that works there. And I was like, dang, I was watching these guys when I was a kid, you know, when I was, you know, 11, 12 years old. And dude, look at them now. When you put in the hard days, when you're passionate and when you follow your passions, even when it's risky, even when nobody believes in you, like, you make your future. And that's exactly what that video showed me. It was like, dang man, all these people are super passionate to be where they are and doing what they're doing. And it all started with one guy and a couple of his buddies just having fun and taking a chance. And you know, that's what I did too. Like, I mean, to a lesser extent, I mean, my investment isn't that big, you know, and I'm already following in other people's footsteps. But the thing is, when I was looking at YouTube videos and looking at what bike to buy and looking at XT footage, there wasn't anybody on an XT250 doing, you know, motovlogs, let alone doing gun vlogs or gun videos or gear you should buy episodes, random stuff like that. And you know, my philosophy comes a lot from watching Nut and Fancy. He's kind of like a he's a veteran who does it. He's pretty much got an adventure YouTube channel, but like his philosophy I kind of live on my own, and it's just like this be outdoors, be American, love your country, and be prepared kind of mentality. And you know, nobody had that in the XT250 family, and I didn't see that for any, like, I didn't see any videos that I wanted to watch with the XT250. And you know, I wanted to be that guy for you guys, for the people who are looking at XTs, for the people who have XTs and want to watch someone on the same bike as you. Because yeah, it's cool, yeah, it's fun, man. Like, I love that stuff, and that's exactly why, like, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm taking a chance. I'm doing this YouTube thing because I wish, you know, I wish I had someone like me, you know, early on, you know, to be a good influence, to show me, you know, the joys of life and the joys of motorcycle riding, the joys of the XT250, and some of the life lessons, you know, that they've learned along the way. And you know, guys, like, I put my heart into these videos, and that's why it's so easy for me to talk to you guys. It's like, it's 15 minutes of me, like, just on my way to work, like, just decompressing and, like, giving you guys, like, 100% of my time and focus. Well, actually, probably, like, you know, I always tell you to give 100% of your focus to motorcycle riding, but I always give my heart to you guys. You know, I don't hold anything back, and I give you complete honesty. And you know, I wish that there was someone who could have been a positive influence like that, you know, on the internet for me when I was growing up, for me, you know, before I got a motorcycle, for me, you know, before I, you know, did all this, before I was just like consuming content on the internet, you know what I mean? Because the world needs more good people. So if you're a good person and you're passionate, just try to spread that passion, try to spread that good attitude to other people. And you know, that's why I do what I do, is I do it because, you know, there's someone out there who's gonna be listening. And even if no one's watching, I'll be able to look back and say, hey man, like, I learned a lot from that. I watch my own content because it's interesting to see my own point of view and to step back and just reflect. And guys, I just want to say thank you. I say it every single time, like, thank you so much for watching. And like, I really mean it. Like, I really mean it. Like, I wish I had more time to like sit face to face with you guys and to actually meet you. But thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a great day. Peace out.